Hi everybody, Matt Weatherly here from Public Sector Personnel Consultants. We wanted to provide everybody with a brief introduction to the JPD classification and compensation review. The full name of our firm, again, Public Sector Personnel Consultants. We're a third party. We've been selected to review your job description, conduct a salary survey, and update the JPD salary table. This is all that we do as a third party. We work with cities and counties throughout the United States. We've had a chance to work with the county in the past. We've had a chance to work with the city of El Paso and about 75 or 80 other public employers around the state, focusing very specifically on city and county governments. This will be a very unique exercise, but one that is not foreign to the county. County Human Resources on a rolling basis reviews job descriptions for all El Paso County departments and offices. And so JPD's turn is coming up here. And so we're very excited to invite everybody to review your job description, and that will allow us to conduct the analysis that we're to perform. We can break the project into two major phases. The first is really a review of your job description. We'll call it classification or position classification. There's about 50 different job descriptions across all of JPD, and we want you to have an opportunity to review and make sure that your job description matches what you do when you're at work. You'll be able to fill out a questionnaire describing your job duties and responsibilities. It is not a review of your performance. It is not a review of staffing levels. It's meant to be a very positive exercise that's undertaken on a pretty regular basis, really to ensure that job descriptions and job titles are an accurate match. There might be 10 of you with the same job title. If you want to fill out one of these questionnaires as a group and turn one questionnaire in for your job title or your job description, you're more than welcome to do that. We will have both online and paper-based documents to do that. There's a Word version that is available in both English and in Spanish, and then there's also an online version that's in English. If you feel that you are the only person performing your job duties, you are more than welcome to fill out your own questionnaire. Maybe you share some job duties with some others and you want to work on that as a group, but then still turn in an individual questionnaire. Lots and lots of choices here, but really the only goal and the only maybe directive that we've been given is to get it right. We want to make sure that your job title makes sense. We want to make sure that your job description accurately reflects what you do when you're at work. Once we have these questionnaires back, we may have some follow-up questions. So we may be doing some interviews. Probably given COVID, we may do some video and virtual types of interviews and interaction, but we certainly reserve the right to ask some follow-up questions. Again, really just to make sure that we get it right. If we're going to update job descriptions, I want to make sure that everybody's comfortable with the information that we gather. Nobody will change what you put on these questionnaires. They are about 4 or 5 pages in length, and then there's an opportunity for supervisor review and comment, but you don't have to worry about that comment. It's not going to be something where you're changing or your supervisor is changing what your job duties are. If there's any, I don't want to say disagreement, that's probably a strong word, but if there's anything that we need to dig into a little bit further, we have the time within the project budget to do some interaction, to do some follow-up interviews with you. So, know that the questionnaire piece of it, the classification review piece of it, is a very, very common thing, and it's one that we just want to get right. Where it gets a little bit more interesting, probably externally, we'll be doing a salary survey. Who does the county compete with for you? Where else can you go to work? Are there local or regional employers that are direct competitors to the county? We've done some work for the county in the past. We've looked at other very large counties around the state. Given El Paso County's size, it is appropriate to compare not only to kind of local and regional comparators, but also maybe to other large counties around the state that hopefully have very similar either structures or similar jobs within their JPD. So that'll be our first, kind of external look once we collect your questionnaires back. The salary survey itself entails us gathering job descriptions, organization charts, salary plans, budget documents, that kind of thing, and really trying to compare your job to like jobs out in the marketplace. All that does is inform how the county looks currently compared to the market, but it doesn't replace your annual budget process. So let me go one step further. We're going to take all of the market data. We're going to review the salary tables and salary plans that are currently in place for JPD, and we'll be recommending pay grades and pay ranges for all jobs. Now, I believe almost all JPD positions currently have a pay grade. There may be some reach across where your job is very similar to somebody else in another department in the county. We look at where your position falls on a salary table and salary grade compared to like jobs in the county. But we also want to look at what the market is telling us. And if we survey 40 or 50 jobs in JPD, it's not uncommon for us to find that some jobs are in pretty good shape and other jobs have maybe fallen behind market. This will be an opportunity for us as a third party to work with human resources and maybe work with your budget folks to identify if there's any corrections needed. Now, what I mean by that is, should your salary grade be adjusted? Nobody's going backwards. Nobody's pay will be reduced. But there is an opportunity, particularly and probably pretty common when we do these surveys, that we find that some jobs have fallen behind market. Now, if we recommend that your pay grade be adjusted, we might have to take multiple budget years to catch up to market. There could be a positive impact where you move up a salary grade or you move up slightly in salary. We have never seen anybody get rich off of one of these studies or as a result of our salary surveys, but know that there are only potential for positive outcomes. We'll be reporting back to Human Resources. We'll be reporting back to the JPD board, who I believe also has to turn around and report back either to county commissioners, county budget, that kind of thing. So lots of steps along the way, but all of our findings and recommendations will be presented to your leadership. It will not replace the budget process. It will not replace anything that might have been previously budgeted for a COLA or for a step increase or anything like that. But as we go through this exercise, we want to ensure that the county is, and specifically JPD, is consistently offering salary grades for all positions that match up with market and match up with your job duties and your job title. So those are kind of the two major components: reviewing job descriptions, conducting a salary survey, and ultimately then kind of looking at that compensation plan review. The entire process will take probably 3 or 4 months. Your participation is super critical, so definitely looking forward to hearing from everybody either individually or as part of a group on those questionnaires. So I'll thank you in advance for filling out one of those questionnaires. Hopefully we get to interact with some of you during the classification review process, during the interview process. And with that, I'll invite you to click on the next link, which will be very specific instructions for that job questionnaire. Again, thank you for your time, and hopefully we'll see everybody again real soon in person. Appreciate that.